What if you had 100 hours in a day and 100 days in a week and 100 weeks in a year? If you're like me, I'm sure you want a lot more. And in my quest for more, I started studying time. And here is what I found. Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Maruti Sharma and I welcome you to Direct Happiness because you are amazing. Freedom with regard to time. And the first thing I want you to consider is something I call freedom in time. So you have 24 hours in a day, and out of these 24 hours, how many of them are you able to spend the way you want to? If you're like most people at best manage a couple of burnt out hours in a day or two in a week, and 4 to 8 weeks off in a year. Now this is not life. This is not being alive. So the first thing you need is freedom in time. So that when you wake up in the morning and you have 24 hours at your disposal and you can spend these 24 hours the way you want to. The truth is that most people in this life that you get to live only once barely manage a month of free time in a year. But there are some people who are able to go beyond deadlines and schedules, and they're able to create 24 free hours in a day. But after spending some free time, they crave to be back into the rat race. And there's a reason why. And this is what brings us to our second point. And imagine people are willing to surrender their freedom. They want to be back into the rat race. And the reason is boredom. They run out of exciting things, exciting people, exciting places. They don't know what to do. And this free time begins to haunt them. And there's a reason for this. They're able to buy 24 free hours in a day using money, but they cannot buy the second essential ingredient to enjoy this free time. And that is freedom from time. It means losing your sense of time while being wide awake and while not being on drugs. You know it, freedom from time. You experience it on a daily basis. While being in deep sleep, while being in samadhi. And some people experience it while being on drugs or while being drunk. Or in some cases, you're able to get freedom from your sense of time while doing an activity. When you become so deeply engaged with this activity, you become one with the activity. Almost everyone who's born a human enters this domain of timelessness naturally, automatically, spontaneously. But the key is to master this skill, to make it a conscious skill so that you're able to enter this state of timelessness at will. And the third point is freedom with time. It means you have the ability to manipulate time at will. And it becomes possible only after you master the art of timelessness and you master your mind. Once you're able to mind your mind, time becomes a toy. You can play with it. You can expand it, you can contract it, you can suspend it, and you can dismiss it. And when you're able to do this, you can pack unlimited hours in a day. You can live multiple lifetimes in one human lifetime. Let's do a quick recap. Point number one was freedom in time. This means you go beyond deadlines and schedules. You have freedom to spend your 24 hours the way you want to. And point number two was freedom from time. It means you lose your sense of time while being wide awake and while not being on drugs. You practice going into timelessness and staying there at will consciously. You go beyond time. And point number three is freedom with time. It means you go beyond both time and timelessness. And here you can manipulate time. You can do whatever you want with time. And my friend, because you're a human and because you're amazing and because you can do it, you must experience at least freedom with time.